Welcome to our Harmony of the Seas cruise. We were lucky enough to cruise 15th of October this year, 23, on an 8-day Western Caribbean cruise from Miami. Check-in was a really simple process. It was incredibly busy, but really well organised. They gave you a time slot. So we were slightly early for ours, but worked brilliantly. So although loads of people, it was really quick and really simple. So we had a balcony cabin, deck 14, so nice and high, cabin number 586. There were 4 of us in the cabin. We left our eldest daughter at home because she is 18 now and she'd had a couple of mates' holidays this year and didn't actually want to come on the cruise. So we left her at home. So perfect number to squeeze into one cabin. You can see the bathroom there was pretty good size-wise. Shower, toilet, sink, all the usual stuff. Didn't feel too cramped. If you had an interconnecting balcony, that would have been the door there. And then obviously the bed for hubby and I. Loads of storage. I was really impressed with the storage actually for 4 of us. So we never felt like we ran out of stuff. Enough hangers for everything. The sofa bed for the children was made up each evening and put away each morning, was pulled out into 2 beds. And then obviously the balcony area there, which was absolutely big enough for us. And when we're not in port, had a great view. Then we go into the top deck, loads of sun lounges up here, obviously no shade, so not great for someone with skin like me, but nice breeze, so it was nice and cool, you just couldn't get out of the sun. And from up here you can look down onto the 3 pools and you can see the water slides, of which there were 3 again, only sadly one wasn't working. And then towards the back of the boat, you've got the flow riders, which you could just turn up on the day and wait your turn. There was a standy-uppy one there. And then a couple smooching, ignore those. And then the dry slide that takes you from the top of the boat to the bottom of the boat. So you can slide down there on a mat. And then over the other side is the boogie board. So the kind of tummy flow rider. So loads and loads up here. And then we move down and we go to the kids area. So the kids area was a little splash park. Kids in swim nappies can go into this area, but they cannot go into the main pools in swim nappies. So for the little ones, this was really good. And yeah, loads and loads for them to do. So then we move on to the main pool area. As I say, there were 3 pools, 2 main pools and a sports pool. The pools did get quite noisy. Lots of loud music, kind of games and things. Which takes me beautifully into this adult area, which was just like this serene, calm, peaceful, twinkly music, obviously 18 plus, so we couldn't go in with the kids, but you could eat in here. There were jacuzzis in here. Sadly, no swimming pool, but really lovely views. And yeah, just somewhere really nice to sit with calm music and a total little peaceful haven. So yeah, then we're on the Promenade Deck, which is kind of the main inside shopping area, bar area. There's a pizza place in here. There's some bars. You can literally eat all day on the cruise. There's just food everywhere. The pizza place was inclusive in the price, so you can just get a slice of pizza whenever you want it. It was actually really good pizza. It was really nice. Drinks aren't included unless you take the drinks package, but you can get water, fruit juices in most places, and tea and coffee all day. So there was plenty of food to be had. Then we walk up and we go up to the boardwalk, and the boardwalk is sort of the outdoor entertainment area. So they've got a carousel out here. There's a Starbucks there. The Starbucks you had to pay separately for, or pay extra for. So although you can get tea and coffee all day, it's just filter coffee and standard teas. In Starbucks, they sell the usual Starbucks things. Was pretty pricey, if I'm honest. Oh, that's hot dog stand. So again, hot dogs you can get pretty much all day. Starbucks was, we would get things like and I would get an iced latte, kids would get a milkshake each, and hubby would get a milkshake or something, and you're looking about $30 for 4 drinks, so it was pretty expensive. There are other restaurants up here that weren't included, that we didn't eat in. We only ate in the included restaurants, but there's a hamburger bar, obviously an arcade there. The carousel was all included, the slides are all included. And yeah, the majority of the food's included. It's just the kind of the speciality dining that isn't. That brings us on to Central Park. Central Park is another interior part of the boat that's just got loads and loads of lovely greenery. There's little birds flying around, obviously real birds flying around in here as well. So it's just a really nice area to have a bimble round. You can get a balcony cabin that overlooks this area. So the balcony cabins, you either have ocean view or Central Park view. And obviously then you would overlook this. There's lots of speciality dining around here as well. So if you don't want to eat in the normal inclusive places, you can go and do one of the speciality restaurants down here. There's a bar down there. You can literally eat all day on this ship. The food included is absolutely enough. You don't need to do any of the speciality dining packages. If you want to, of course you can, and you would pay extra. But you've got the Central Park Cafe here, which is open for breakfast and lunch, which you can just go in pretty much any time and just grab yourself tea, coffee, water. They have fruit juices. My kids aren't big fizzy drinkers, so we didn't take any of the drinks packages. You can help yourself to lemonade, as in traditional lemonade there, apple juice, obviously the tea, coffee. They've got sandwiches that you can just go and grab a sandwich whenever you want. This is all included in the price. And then they've also got some salad bits there, so if you want to grab yourself a salad bowl. This is obviously all in addition to the main buffet restaurant, which you can eat in breakfast, lunch and dinner, and then the main dining room, which you can eat your evening meal as a more kind of standard, where they serve it to you rather than the buffet style. So this is the specialty restaurants. You've got Jamie's down there and various other ones. As I say, you really don't have to take one of the dining packages, but if you want to, it's obviously there. So yeah, the food included, you've got the Windjammer buffet, your park cafe, you've got your hot dog bar, your pizza bar, and the main dining room. And we chose to do the My Time dining, which basically means you go whenever you want and you either queue up. The longest, we did actually queue quite a long time for a couple of days, but the longest we queued was about 40 minutes. And then the usual queues for sort of 10-15 minutes. You can reserve a spot, so if you want to reserve a spot, you can just go onto the app and reserve a time. But to be honest, there were queues even for those that reserved, so we just didn't bother. We didn't like the idea of having to be tied to a time. The service on board was absolutely phenomenal, and in the main dining room, the waiters and waitresses, because we were on My Time dining, we didn't get the same waiter and waitress, which I suppose is a little bit of a downside, but they were just phenomenal. And the food, in our opinion, I've heard some negative stories, but in my opinion, the food was fab, and really genuinely no complaints. We would absolutely go back and do it again. We loved it.